Oxy, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Just was sitting here in my studio slash craft room slash study room.
Oh,
Yeah, it's multi-purpose, so I'm multitasking.
are you ready to multitask into sharing the love with others?
I'm definitely ready.
Okay, let's hit it.
Hello.
Hello, everyone out there on the internet. Welcome back to our lovely podcast. And we will just quickly get you up to speed if you haven't listened to our first episode. This is our second episode. And what we are here to do today is to spread the love to you. So, May, we've known each other for quite a while.
20 years.
We discovered something recently that we both share.
We've both discovered that we've found this way. It's almost like a life hack that we can take in this love energy. And at first I thought that maybe we were just receiving it, but then it turns out exponentially to the love that we were giving out. And I just feel like, this was something that was inside of us and we wanted to share it with everybody.
We realize is this love that we're giving out is this catalyst, and we put this catalyst out there, this thing that transforms other things, and what comes back to us is this sense of like euphoria, this euphoric feeling, and
a state of just pure euphoric.
And we want to share that message with all of you, so please stay tuned, and we will tell you all about it today, how you can be receiving our love, and then also how you can be giving the love back to us and to everyone in the world, because we want this to change the world and make the world a great place to be.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
So, May, to get started, why don't you share a little bit of your testimony, how your week has been going, and maybe where you felt the love a bit this week so others can kind of get an idea what we're talking about.
Okay, it's weird. It's it's kind of a strange thing, and you have to promise that you're not going to make fun of me.
I mean, I've known you a long time. Sometimes I do tease you, but even if I do, it's all in good jest. But I believe in you, and I know this is real. I can feel it.
Thank you. I was hoping you would say that. And the reason I say that is because, as you know, I have been working really hard just to do some courses that are kind of, upgrading for work, financial type accounting things. In the past, I've struggled with this kind of stuff. It's difficult. It's not easy to do these courses. This past week, I was super motivated. I had this big project that was due, got up super early on Saturday. I just killed it, worked from probably 7 in the morning until 3. Yeah, and I just, I felt good about my work. I felt confident. I was like, yes, I know what I'm doing. I was helping people in the study group. That does not happen, that I'm the one with the answers. And I also got back my quiz, and I had 100% on my quiz.
That's crazy.
I know. And this was really good for me. And the only thing really that was different was we put our message out into the world this past week, and we've had a lot of good feedback. So I really honestly think I could feel people sending out their love. Honestly could. And I could feel the message that we sent out to people, I could feel that being changed and enhanced, and I just had this euphoric state as I was doing my schoolwork. I don't know, it's super weird, but honestly, I really think that's what it was.
It's like you got in the zone and just absolutely harnessed the power, because for people who don't know, we put our podcast out on Thursday nights. So really, our message didn't really start spreading until Friday. And just the fact that you were able to take 36 hours worth of power, and I cannot believe you got 100%. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever got 100% on anything in my life. And
yes, I was taking in all of this love from people who heard our message, and I was able to give it back out to these people. Yes, they're my classmates, but they're pretty much strangers for the most part, and it made me feel just this really well, I'm going to say it again. I had a euphoric state. It was awesome.
Through the internet, like you say, you've never even met these people, but just giving your care and love into a task actually helped you get a better mark, which is just like crazy. It's so awesome.
It was effort that I was going to have put out anyway.
That's a really good point. Oh my goodness, that's true. It's like you putting this effort in, but just doing it publicly helped other people put their effort into things too.
Yes, exactly. Instead of just keeping it all to myself, I let it out.
That's that catalyst effect that I love of this movement. It's so great.
Did you find anything what do you think?
Like I had said last week, lately I've been having trouble. I haven't been in a great state. I was kind of sick, and then also because of, winter and everything being a little depressing and that, I haven't been in a great state physically or mentally. And the past few weeks, I've really been struggling to get up and do my training because, as you know, May, I've been training for a fitness goal for the past year or so, and just trying to eat less cookies, even though cookies are delicious love, and make my pants fit, because that's a struggle we all have in our 30s, I think. So I've just been trying to exercise a lot, run a lot, and I just haven't been getting up in the morning and doing it. I just found this weekend, I got up Saturday morning. I had a huge training plan for the morning just because that's the one day of the week I have time. And I was able to do my training on Saturday, which just made me so happy and delighted. Coincidentally, the same time I didn't even realize you were studying, which is maybe something to do with it too.
Yes, Saturday morning. That just seems to be, I think, kind of like Friday overnight. It really just, while we were sleeping, we kind of were able to take all this in.
And then I was fueling off your energy from studying and got my goals done for Saturday. I beat the time I needed to beat on the treadmill. And then, too, this morning, I was able to wake up and do my weekday training, too, which I literally haven't been able to do for 3 weeks. So
that is excellent.
It's really encouraging that I was able to do that, and just feeling the love and all of that coming into my body and giving me the energy to get done what I need to get done in the day.
Well, that's so awesome. Like, I don't know. I'm so excited about this. I really am.
I know. And, one thing that I think maybe helped a little too, and this is probably better for you to explain to people too, is you were a big fan of crystals.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not, look, I will say crystals in my book are probably a placebo. But I know, May, you believe strongly in crystals, which is A-okay, and, I'm down with placebo effect. And, maybe that is something I've been feeling the love of, too, because that's something you've been feeling the love of, for a few years.
I don't hoard all the crystal vibes that I get. I don't just keep them to myself. I definitely, I like to share them out. You get a lot of that, of course.
Thank
so,
you.
I mean... Oh, well, you're very welcome. You feed my obsession, too, so that's great. I have a crystal beside me right now. I'm just looking to see, because I probably have more than one.
Your crystal chest?
No, there's just... there's one... Well, the crystal chest is downstairs in the living room, where I need the most kind of
okay, so just
vibes.
In this world of me considering the power of crystals, even as a placebo, catching that love and that energy. Tell me about one type of crystal, because I know there's tons of different types. Let's make this crystal talk with May. What is one crystal tonight that you can teach me about, and maybe I'll be sold on?
Okay, this is a good starter one. This is actually the one I'm holding it in my hand right now. I'm gonna hold it up for you to see in case you don't believe me. This is a rose quartz, which has been referred to as the basic bitch of crystals.
Same.
Which is good. That means it's a classic. They're very beautiful. They're kind of, they can be a little bit opaque, or they can be transparent, or anywhere on that, on that spectrum. They have a pinkish color, and they are a quartz, which is a very common crystal. You can find them pretty, like you can find a quartz outside in the yard. Like they're very common. And a rose quartz, I think it really makes sense that was sitting here for me to kind of pick up tonight, because they are specifically a stone of love vibration.
Oh, no way!
You can receive one as a gift. You can give one, like that's kind of the idea. You give one out to someone you love or for love. I bought this one for myself at a cat show.
What?
Because I liked the vibe that it gave off, and I was having a lovely time at the cat show.
I guess you just really needed to harness that love somewhere and put it somewhere physical.
It was just there waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
People at home, that are listening, maybe they have some crystals with them. What I think I'll do, I could put a picture of this up later on the Instagram, and then, I'll charge this up, and if people just want to do the double tap and draw strength from it, they can totally do that. It's a crystal of love. It's good for healing maybe like a broken heart, or if you want to experience like self-love, that's also a good stone for it. Keeps you centered. What I personally like to do, I'm right-handed, so that's the hand that I use to kind of put things out into the world. I like to hold it into my left hand, and then that way I can kind of receive any kind of vibration from the crystal into my left hand, just kind of completing that circuit. Like you all know, coming in, going out. Oh yeah, I've thought about this, okay? Like... This is not off the cuff.
Admittedly, I do know more about electrical circuits than crystals.
Yeah,
so I get it. I get that. It makes
actually,
sense. Yeah.
It's not all woo-woo, because some of the first radios, and actually a lot of electronics that we use today, have quartz crystal in them. Because they do vibrate, and they do actually like give off. I don't know how it works. Okay, I'm not a computer scientist. I'm not a rocket surgeon. But if anyone happens to have a rose quartz, feel free to kind of hold that in your hand and just kind of put some love into it. And I'm going to try and I'll do the same, and then we should be able to kind of feel each other. If you don't, that's cool too. I'll put up a picture of mine. I have a couple here, and we can, you can share my love.
I think definitely I will stick to the picture one, but that was funny. I was thinking the same thing. People could, even printing out a picture of a quartz crystal or any crystal that we talk about, or going on your Instagram and seeing what we're talking about is great, because it isn't actually about the physicality.
No, it's not at all.
It's about the love going into it. And if you're putting your love into that, and I'll try to send my love into it, people can share that. And if you get any love from it, when you see the crystal, please comment on our Instagram and share that with us.
Let me know,
too.
because I'm interested to know, love to hear, other people's experience of it. I'm genuinely interested. I want to know.
And that's a great question for us that we can partially answer right now, because we can kind of go into some fellowship and how the movement is doing since we started to spread our love last
Yes, that's
week.
a great idea.
So I'm kind of, like May said, she's more of the business lady and I'm more of the science lady. So I can kind of give you some stats on how things are going this week. So May, we now have 27 followers in the movement.
That is awesome.
We just started this and we already have 27 other people giving their love into this. It's crazy.
Okay, I figured that, because I definitely, like I say, I felt awesome this week.
And then on top of those 27 people who have committed to themselves, who've, connected with us through Instagram and social media, Our podcast was downloaded and listened to 55 times.
Is that true?
Yes, that's actually
so
true. We have 35. Let me look at my stats here. I literally have paperwork. We had 20 downloads through like iTunes, if you want to subscribe through iTunes or Google Play. And then we had 35 views on YouTube. You
guys are awesome.
It's not even a video. People are watching on a YouTube, so we will definitely just keep posting it wherever people want to listen to it. So we have 55 people who've heard our message. I did want to shout out to some people that really spread the love today and joined us, and they're real fellows in this journey. The first is Sarah at Intoxicated Podcast. She specifically made a post to all her followers spreading our message and our love
Sarah.
this week. And I think that's so great that she's kind of a missionary to our movement and sharing our movement.
God, she totally is.
And then and then also we had some people on Facebook really loving us as well. So I want to just name them and thank them for their love. The first is Laura Joan. The next one is Steve Hallwell, and he expressed interest in sharing his time with the movement and his testimony in the future. So that's so exciting.
So stay tuned.
And we
not this episode, but
no, sorry. We'll track Steve down. We'll track Steve down and get him to talk about his love in a future episode. T. Johnny was telling us how much he loved his music. And then a fellow named John Forward was so good. I saw him speaking to people online. He posted our message, and then I saw him commenting, helping other people who weren't able to find it to download in at least 2 other threads.
Oh, he's a cutie.
So that's unbelievable.
Thank you, John.
Oh, little John, thank you so much. So that's kind of where things are at this week. I'm really energized by all the love and fellowship that people have joined us. I also wanted to give some love back because we have gotten so much love that I wanted to name a couple people to give it back to. So one is Sarah from Intoxicated again for spreading our message. That was so loving of her. And the other is Cassie Williams. So I know both of them have been going through strife this week. And, you know, this is just us rubbing those crystals or double tapping those crystals and sending our love back out to you, our lovely followers.
You have time for me to do a few? I'd like to give a couple shout outs if that's okay.
You go ahead.
I definitely want to give a big shout out to my friend Sabrina. She's on Instagram at Moxie Shine, Moxie Shine. She also did a regram, but yeah, she shared our beautiful graphic, and I really want to like send out love to Sabrina for sure, because I do care a lot about Sabrina. I don't get to see her very much, but I definitely feel good love and good vibes from her a lot. My friend Cassandra, she has a little shop called Puro's Peculiar Petites. She definitely was interested, and she was also been like a big supporter even from when she first heard that we were thinking of kind of starting a podcast. I don't even know if she knew what it was, and she was on board when she heard that it was us.
She already felt the love.
One of my besties here in St. John, Alex Clack, because she's married a year ago and I should be used to it by now. She was one of the first people to give us a like. And also just want to send out some special, good vibes, good love vibes to my buddy Brian Godso. He sent a little message and said that he really enjoyed the show. And also Trevor Muxworthy, who was one of the guys that John Forward helped out. And Trevor sat and listened to our podcast while he created collages from old Life magazines, which I think is, so I think that is awesome. Like, while he was taking in love from us, he was giving out like a physical manifestation of a euphorolytic state by creating something new. So it was kind of
That's
like,
crazy.
I know, it was like euphorilyticception, if that's a thing. Because as he's taking in the love of the podcast, sending out love, again, he's taking in this magazine, something old, like making something new from it. So yeah, I don't know, that's really cool. I just thought of that right now.
No wonder we were able to achieve so many goals
I
this
know.
week with the energy and love of so many
I
people.
know, like, you know, they just were emotionally intelligent enough to open their hearts up and say, yeah, I'm on board. I want in. This is great.
It's absolutely amazing. And you, the listener, if you're tuning in and you're wondering, you know, how do I get on in this? I need some love in my life, or I have some love to give. The good news is it doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is invest your love in a few different avenues, or take some love from a few different avenues. So firstly, you can follow the movement on Instagram, EUPHORALYTIC, at Euphorilytic on Instagram. So you can follow us there to get the fastest message about the movement. One thing that would just give you supercharged energy if you're able to give back is to rate our podcast on iTunes. So
I love it. I love when people do that.
We actually weren't able to get on iTunes right away. I don't know if it's they didn't understand our message or they were against us, but as of Saturday and Sunday, we were put on iTunes. It was almost like the love we got us on iTunes, but now we need you to spread your love and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Maybe let people know how much you enjoyed the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, give this video a thumbs up or a share to one of your friends.
Yay!
And please, one of the big things is we want to give back this energy as much as possible too. And you need to let us know when you need your energy. So follow us at Euphorilytic, DM Euphorilytic, DM May at May Wonderful, DM me at Moxie Munchies. With the love you need, with the love you're able to give, we will have a personal conversation with you about this, and we will share your love.
100%.
And we'll share your love on the next podcast too.
I would love that. I would love nothing more than that, honestly.
It just energizes me so much to receive people's love, especially when they tell me about it. And don't forget to go on, rub that crystal on our Instagram, rub crystals you have, and maybe May, in future episodes, you can tell us more about some different crystals too that maybe take in different energy.
That can be arranged.
I just picture you thinking in your head of all the different crystals you can share.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you. Hoo-hoo-ha.
So, I mean, May, we don't want to take too much of everyone's time. Did you have anything else you needed to add?
I think that I'm pretty good for today. I would just, remind everybody this is all inside of you, and I really hope that you can feel what I'm sending out. And if you don't feel it just yet, that's okay too. You will feel it. It takes time. It took me 20 years. So, I mean, you'll get there.
Everyone just hold on. Remember that we love you very much. And we will see you next week on Thursday. Thanks.
Woo-hoo.
Bye.
Bye-bye.